2-0. Stephano has indeed managed to sort himself out in this tournament and in this series. He is in the blue trunks and he is playing Zerg to the southwest. And show a little bit of national favoritism for his opponent, I think, from Team Acer in the blue trunks playing Protoss to the northeast. It is Elfi.
And Elfi was, he's the player now to take the second map off Stephano. Stephano only losing a single map in the entire tournament so far. Elfi does take the second map away from Stephano now. And Elfi, the thing is, on this map as well, I'm thinking about, does Elfi try to do something similar to game number 1 to secure the win? The thing is, though, now Stephano has seen and knows that loss and how that went down, he's going to be a lot more prepared for it.
Yeah.
And on this map, the scouting positions and overall positions of Stephano are second to none. He's in all the right places. He will hunt down that probe. He knows where the probe will go and where it will want to go as well. And he'll especially be on the lookout for additional ones that come here. And we do see, of course, a 14 spawning pool by Stephano, so he can get the lings out, chase that probe away. And from here on out, every single game versus Protoss, he's just going to take 3 bases, no matter what. And we even talked about it last night, is when Mana decided to 4-gate Stephano. He's still on 3 bases, man. He doesn't even cancel it, yet he still holds. So he's no doubt about it going to be going for that 3rd base. And Elfi deciding that he's going to be going for a Nexus first. Does throw down that pylon just to slow down Stephano taking that natural, but behind it, going Nexus first.
A little risky, but hey, why not? He is currently in the process of... Why are you dancing? What the hell is up with you?
I was winking at Mana.
Oh, I see. Right, that's what it... Your version of winking involves waving your hands around. Are you sure you were all right?
It was including a wink.
Oh, I see. That's how it is. It's a combination build. I like it. We've got the Nexus coming in there and the Forge to back that up. Pylon block was used, and this is Elfi going through his head saying, God, I've got to slow down that 3rd base as much as I possibly can. And this will only work for a certain amount of time. There will be 4 links come down, just like clockwork at that time to eliminate the pylon. Or we could just leave it alone. That works too. I have to wonder what Stephano's got in mind.
And yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's going to run around now. Let's have a look in his vision. He sees the cannon only just the second planting down. Yeah. So he knows now it's Nexus first. Stephano's plan here, even though I'm not sure this is going to come down to, you know, his training, and he's like done this before and he knows that he can go because he's just took a big gamble if not. And it must be a training thing that he knows he can run in here behind the cannon before it finishes. And that is going to be...
Oh, Elfi places it. He nails it just right. And that's the funny thing, because you know what? In that, can he actually? He needs to cancel that gateway. Elfi. Oh, did he lose that?
Yeah, he didn't cancel it, and 2 lings come in. So as good as that was, he didn't want to allow the lings to come in, but they come in anyway. And Stephano now pays for that journey of those 4 lings. He did delay his 3rd base from coming down, but if those 2 lings hadn't have gone in, that would have been a fantastic start for Elfi in this game.
Yeah, it would have been. To be fair, they were probably going to go in anyway, but the thing is that losing the gateway, just losing 150 minerals at this stage, it was kind of pointless, so he could have gotten away with that. The thing is that Stephano, maybe he did time that out. The problem is that what he did, he had a bit of a nibble at the pylon before that happened. So I think, actually, that timing would have been great if he hadn't wasted 2 seconds before he left.
Another probe goes down, so 150 minerals, a probe's gone down, forced to chrono boost onto the gateway. Probe is doing something at the back there, not being chrono boosted out in the Nexus, and he does finally get us around, and oh no, 1 link does manage to survive, but all of this is just taking away actions from Elfi that should be elsewhere.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And I think that one of the weaknesses that people have identified in Elfi, and they try and stress him out by doing this, is multitasking. At this stage, it's not such a big deal, but even then, you know, it's APM, it's wasted APM, good interception there, and that Zergling tries to escape out the wall. I don't think that's going to work out. And finally, the sentry moves into intercept and clean it out. Not too much damage done by that, but an unnecessary amount, and even just losing that gateway means that that's what resources lost looks like. There's a 200 resource difference already, and Stephano did get his 3rd up.
Indeed he did, and Elfi has thrown down a pylon inside his main base, has 300 gas banked up here. Is he going to try it again? No, he's going for robotics facility. I was going to say, is he going to try double Stargate again, because that would probably be the worst decision here around, but robotics facility is good. I have a feeling he's going to try it again. Very similar to game 1. If he tries a Colossus build here, I don't think that's going to work as well, because that takes away gas from sentries, it means that the lack of sentries means the lack of force fields, and Colossus in the center of the map will easily get surrounded by the pure massive units here by Stephano. So I have a feeling that we'll see another sentry in construction and then going for that warp prism, harass once more.
Yeah, Elfi's lone zealot sadly gets surrounded and killed, no real doubt about that. The Roach Warren coming down for Stephano remains unscouted. Admittedly, it is Stephano, so I'm not expecting a Roach Warren. It's kind of crazy. It's going to go down one way or the other. Evolution Chamber and a Tech Up to Lair coming from him as well. And that is the Warp Prism. So very similar build from what we saw in the first game. It did win, but has Stephano figured that build out yet? Probably.
Yeah, like I said, the thing that was missing was just building a Hydrogen just as, as a safety net rather than anything else. But the Warp Prism now is coming out. 3 sentries available, not a 4th one because of that slowing down from Stephano earlier, and he's going to be going for this. Previously, he managed to get 1 drone kill, but he also did a bit of damage economically because there was a lot of lack in mining time. The question is, does this Warp Prism play dodge? And it gets spotted immediately.
Got it. That was really unfortunate that he decided not to just go straight down. There was that hole in the Overlord net that he could have exploited, but that's been seen, and it's even got to get scouted as it passes across the path of this Overlord as well. He had to go down. He tried to save a little bit of time, and as a result got spotted, and he's just going to force that Overlord away. He realizes that harassment at this stage, having this been telegraphed so much, it's not going to happen.
And an interesting move here by Stephano, changing it up a little bit, deciding to grab a 4th base upon
he gets away with it.
Upon seeing the Warp Prism. And even though this Overlord goes down, it doesn't really affect Stephano. There's 5 Overlords in production anyway. But that's a really nice decision from Stephano because he was on 2 base in that previous game after Elfi sniped his 3rd. So with that 4th, he can actually send all his drones up there and still keep mining from 3 bases. But there are the gateways coming down, and once again, it's going to be a copy build from game number 1. Loses a sentry immediately, and from 1 drone in game number 1 and a bit of loss of mining time to nothing in this game.
It's terrifying when you think about it. Stephano just tightens himself up over the course of a best of 3 to the point where strategies just simply do not work a second time. And oh no, Ling's even getting into the mix there against those sentries and those immortals. A sentry and an immortal cut to pieces there as the pressure starts to come in here from Stephano.
Indeed it does, and Stephano, pushes it back, and he's not allowing him to come out and walk out easily. And really nice force fields here by Elfi, but the immortal at the front.
Needs to pick it up, and there you go. Elfi does grab it nicely and is able to force that away, but still took quite a lot of losses there.
And yeah, now all of a sudden, Stephano's taking the option of, hey, you want to come for that push? Yeah, go on, try come out, but I'm going to surround you as soon as you come out. And that's going to be difficult for Elfi to move out with.
Very much so. The pressure continues to mount on Elfi's base. If the Cybernetics score goes down, which it most likely will at this stage, force fields have been placed, but Cybercore is about to fall, and that leaves a huge gaping hole here, which has just been filled temporarily by force field. Warpins have got to be zealots, nothing but that, and of course he can bring out more immortals. That'll take him up to a total of 3. That's pretty good, but he's still losing buildings all over the place and looking to try and get Warp Prism harassment in the meantime, but under this amount of pressure, can he do it? He's actually going right in against those roaches, which I don't think is a very good idea, but maybe he's got the unit count to do it. The immortals are being focused down 1-2, and I think Stephano really cares, honestly. It's like, okay, I lost some roaches, but I killed your immortals.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, because the economy is so heavily favored towards Stephano. The Warp Prism does go down on that 3rd base. 4 Zealots been warped in, but Stephano's already
there. Already there. That's just, no, absolutely not. And Elfi is forced out of there. He can go to the 4th, but Creep is already joining everything up, so the response time is going to be excellent from Stephano. Dropping just... This is something we said to the guys last night. It's like, well, what about if you drop harass him? No, he'll be there. He'll have roaches there. It doesn't matter where it is.
And Elfi knows he could take the option to expand, but upon seeing a 4th base saturated, he's playing at 66 drones, he can't expand, because then he just lets Stephano rush at him, and he's gonna have to go for another push. He's thrown down 2 extra gateways, he's getting +1 armor now as well to help with his +1 attack, but oh my god, Stephano's setting up a big flank and counter-attack here. Look at this, moving in from behind.
Oh my, a lot of force fields spent. There are a lot of force fields available, and looks like he was able to catch just a few, but trades 3 force fields in that collection for 3 roaches, and is able then to get the guns of the immortals to bear. And Link's coming in from the side as well. That was nicely trapped. Very well defended there by Elfi, using his units efficiently, and he's got to at this stage.
Yeah, that's pretty good so far for Elfi, but even though he's trading efficiently in terms of units here, he still doesn't have a base. He's dropped the Warp Prism again on that third base, but all of a sudden, you know, again, Stephano's there with Roaches, with the Queen. He does pick off the Queen, which will slow down him a little bit, but Elfi pushing out very aggressively here.
Here come the force fields down once again, bringing the guns of those Immortals to bear on the left flank of the Roaches, which are easily crushed. Oh man, Immortals are so good against Roaches, as you can very clearly see. Elfi continuing to get a little bit aggressive here, but his force field energy is starting to drain down a little bit, and his force has taken some damage. Army supply count, still much smaller army here for Elfi. Admittedly, it's a Roach force for Stephano, so it can be deceptive.
And another warping of Zealots here on the left-hand side does get cleaned up quite easily, and the Warp Prism's going to get picked off if he doesn't undeploy it.
Elfi's not killed a single drone, if you can believe that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. And Elfi now trying to take a third base, and Stephano doesn't know about it this time, but once again, he's going to set up a humongous flank here. There's so many units available here for Stephano. He's going to come in from multiple angles here, and I don't know if there's enough force fields to cover every single angle.
Knows that the energy has been drained quite a lot on those sentries, but he does have a lot of them, so we'll see. He's got Zealots to the back, nice unit composition and engagement for him, but does he have the numbers? More to the point, the force fields are going to have to be fantastic. Those Immortals are chewing their way through Roaches. That guy's got 20 kills, and he continues to fight. This is a very efficient defensive ball here by Elfi, but he's got in close. The force field energy has run out, and now Stephano's going to lay down the pain on that ball of units. Reinforcements, however, coming from the side. Will it be enough to drive those Roaches back? And it will be.
It will be. A small win there for Elfi, but the thing is, as I look to the production tab, I see 25 more Roaches coming. I'm like, he's lost all the Immortals now and no sentries whatsoever to hold back the Roaches and Lings from just running into the army of Elfi. Elfi has to not move out to the center of the map anymore. He cannot do it without force field. He has to sit back on his third base, sit behind cannons. But the thing is, even if he sits behind cannons and stuff on the third base, Stephano can easily go to the natural once again and start to rip apart and find holes within Elfi's movement.
Yep. Oh, a third base, says Stephano. We can't let you have that. And he's going to go and try and deny it. Can he destroy it? We shall see. There are 3 cannons. Well, all there's 3 cannons. 2 cannons. 1 cannon. Not firing because it ain't ready. Well, that's that. Stephano now going to try and do damage to this Nexus. Can he bring it down? The angle of engagement is awkward for both sides. Honestly, not really a lot of room here, but I think that Nexus is going to fall. There it goes.
Big win there for Stephano to get that Nexus.
You can't have a third base.
Even if he loses every single unit here, it doesn't matter with the economy Stephano has. His income is double Elfi's, and Stephano is not really losing units here either. The Roaches are better upgraded than the Stalkers.
Immortal surrounded at the back. Very nicely played by Stephano. He cuts off the reinforcements there. That falls, and Elfi's key units are missing here. He's just straight up using Stalkers and probes to fight, and all credit to him. He's got a lot of damn probes, but still, he's thrown that back and is still bleeding economically, because what's he going to do with 60 probes when he's mined out almost in his main?
Yeah, he's mined out almost his main. Natural's not too far away again, and just, what, he has 30 seconds break, and then wave number 24 comes in.
It's tower defense.
So it's the Warp Prism's still around, but every time it tries to do something, there's Queens and units always there, and in goes Stephano again.
Force field placement is good right there to prevent the Roaches from getting into range, but all that means is they can go for that Nexus again. Surely he will actually... Oh no, will he keep it alive? I don't know. I think he's got to cancel this. It does get cancelled. Elfi is lacking Blink, which really would help him up against this Roach force here. He is trading efficiently once again, but efficiency is not on Stephano's mind right now.
Yeah, Stephano has lost over 6,000 minerals more than Elfi, but with this economy, he can easily support that. And Lings come running in, force fields down a minimal, if not, well, 0 actually.
I don't think he's got any, yeah, and that means that all of those sentries are going to be ripped to pieces, and Stalkers are just terrible against that many Lings. Elfi just holds his ground here on the ramp. He'll once again be able to throw this back, but it does. I mean, every 3 Roaches he kills, he loses a Stalker, and Stephano simply doesn't care.
He doesn't, and the Warp Prism's back to the top left. Elfi trying to slow down the economy of Stephano.
He's actually going to be able to do some this time, you know, but there's only a couple of Roaches, but he's going to go for the Queen instead of attacking the drones, but still the relentless assault of Stephano continues on that third base.
Indeed, and only Stalkers, 2 sentries, 2 force fields left here. Again, he's going to deny that third